Hi there. Well, it is time once again for Empties, and I've got a basket of things to share with you here. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So the first thing that I have here on top is a shampoo that is new to me that I've really been enjoying, and I just finished it off and I've already repurchased my new one. So this is from Pantene, and this was new to me. It's not something I had seen before. Pantene Sheer Volume Silicone Free Shampoo. It's a clear shampoo, which I always kind of like with my fine thin hair because I know it's not going to have a lot of heavy conditioners or anything like that in it. So this is something that I've been using in my shampooing rotation. I usually keep about 3 different things in my shower, and this is something I've been using probably 3 days a week because I've really been enjoying it. I used the Dove Oxygen Moisture for a really long time and I still love it, but I just thought I'd try something different, and this was something I came across at the grocery store, so I thought it would be something fun to try. It says it adds volume, lift, and control. I don't know about the control part of it, but it does leave my hair very nice and soft and easy to style. It hasn't added any weight to my hair. It doesn't feel greasy. And one of the added bonuses of this is that it smells really nice and fresh. I'm having a hard time describing the scent. I wouldn't say that it's floral. I wouldn't say that it is fruity, but just fresh is the best way I can describe it. I almost think that maybe I get a hint of cucumber in there somewhere, but it's nothing I can really put my finger on, but it is something I would recommend, and like I said, I have already repurchased it. The next thing I wanted to share with you is a hairspray. This is from Allergy. This is the Color Stylist Supreme Control Hairspray. I really like this. I'm not super loyal to it. I really prefer my Redken Quick Dry. That's my favorite hairspray. I thoroughly enjoyed using this. I used every bit of it. It's something that I would repurchase if it was on sale, but I don't know that this is something that I would specifically go and seek out now that I'm sort of back on my Redken, but it's a wonderful product. Nice fine spray, and I really can't say anything bad about it. I did enjoy using it. Next up, I've got a couple of empty packages here of cotton rounds. So the first one is from Swisspers, and I did end up finding these, I think, in a 3 or 4 pack at Walmart after I'd not been able to find them for a while. I used to buy them in bulk at Sam's Club, and then I couldn't find them last time I went there. So this time they were from Walmart. And then I have the Beauty 360. Ooh, let me put it around the right way here. I think there's a little shampoo on this from the other bottle, but these are the ultra premium cotton squares I've talked to you about in a few previous videos from CVS. These are really nice and very comparable to the Shiseido facial cottons. I would not purchase those again having tried these. These are much more easily accessible because they are at CVS and they're really great quality. The next thing I have is not an empty. It's not officially empty, but I am done using it and I would not repurchase it. This is the Aveeno Active Naturals Positively Radiant Skin Brightening Daily Scrub. I didn't really care for this. It wasn't bad. I just didn't feel like it had nearly the exfoliating properties that I thought it would. It didn't have nearly the scrubbies in it, to use the technical term, that I thought that it would. So it's not something that I would want to use. I wouldn't want to repurchase it. I certainly don't want to finish it. My point in buying this was to sort of avoid using my more expensive exfoliating scrubs like my Bliss or the Laura Mercier. I thought I would work this into my routine and use it maybe every other time and make my more expensive scrubs go further, but this was just disappointing. I don't feel like it really had any exfoliating properties to it. It's just too mild for me, but it didn't harm my skin anyway. It just wasn't enough for what I was looking for. Next up, another skincare favorite, and this is something I have already repurchased. I'm working on my new one, and sorry, I'm getting so much gunk on my hands from this particular batch of empties. This is the Cetaphil Daily Facial Cleanser. This is my favorite morning cleanser. This is not good for me for makeup removal, but for cleans, or for bare skin, I should say, to just get it clean without removing makeup. This is what I really enjoy. It does have some fragrance to it. It's sort of maybe a little bit too much for people that are fragrance sensitive, but it's not something I smell once I rinse my skin, and it just leaves it very nice and clean and not tight at all. It doesn't dry out my skin. It's just sort of a very mild cleanser that I love, so I keep buying this larger 16-ounce size because I like it so much. Alright, so I was just talking to you about an exfoliating scrub that I didn't like, but I have an empty of one of my favorites, and this is the Bliss Micro Magic. Now, some of you may know that I posted on Instagram that I purchased the Laura Mercier Flawless Skin Face Polish, I believe it's called. And the only reason I did so is I had some trouble finding this. I usually purchased it at Sephora and then I couldn't find it anymore. So when the Nordstrom sale came around, I saw the Laura Mercier. It's something I'd used in the past and I really love it. And so I just thought I would try that this time around. but I would say this is probably still my holy grail as much as I like the Laura Mercier. This one to me is just sort of my favorite. I think it has the best exfoliating properties. I like the mintiness of it. The Laura Mercier would be a good option if you're someone that doesn't like any minty feeling or that type of coolness on your skin. If it's irritating or dries you out, maybe the Laura Mercier would be a better choice than the Bliss Micro Magic, but I will definitely repurchase this. I have now come across it at Kohl's if you're interested, or if you're looking for it to pick up for yourself. If you've seen it anywhere else, if anyone else has purchased it anywhere other than Kohl's, please let me know. I'd be interested to find out about that. But anyway, yeah, this is a holy grail. Love it. All right, next up, I've got a lot of skincare in here this time around, but this is something that you are probably so tired of seeing in my empties, but I have to show it because I go through it so often. This is the Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Body Wash. This is just a fragrance that's really familiar to me. It's something that I really love, and I just always have it on hand because I love the way that it makes my skin feel. The next skincare item that I want to talk to you about is another face wash that I finished off. This was something that I was using at night with my Sonic Cleansing brush. This is the Olay Total Effects Revitalizing Foaming Cleanser. Loved the fragrance of this. This smells so good. I was really wishing that this particular fragrance was in a body wash. I don't think their body wash smells exactly like this, but this was really nice to use, very affordable. Again, it was something I had found at my grocery store. I wanted something specifically a little bit thicker with a little bit more viscosity to use with my Sonic facial cleanser, or my Sonic cleansing brush, I'm sorry. And the Cetaphil is just not enough for me. It doesn't create enough of a barrier to make my brush move over smoothly. So I purchased this. I loved it. I finished it. I would repurchase it. In the meantime, I have purchased that Clinique Foaming, or Sonic Foaming Facial Cleanser, I think it was called. I mentioned that in favorites, and I think that is a really fantastic product. So while I would repurchase this, right now I'm really enjoying the Clinique, and I might continue with that. But if I was out of the Clinique and it wasn't easy for me to get, I would definitely get this one again because I think they're both really great. I think the Clinique does have a little bit more of that cushiness to it. Creates a little bit nicer of a barrier for me. Sometimes with the Sonic Cleansing brush, I can get a little bit of redness if I don't use a thick enough of a cleanser. So I think the Clinique is probably, of the two, I'm going to say probably the one I would definitely prefer. Okay, so another skincare item that I finished, and this is something that I continue to purchase over and over again, so I already have my replacement. Whoops! This is Mario Badescu Drying Lotion. You've probably heard about this, but if you haven't or you've not used it, this is the best anti-blemish treatment product that I have used. If you feel something coming on underneath your skin, if you put this on with a Q-tip, just dab it on. Usually it will be gone by the next morning, if not substantially reduced. So this is just another one of those holy grail products that I would not be without, and I really like that they're offering it now in a plastic bottle. So this is actually sort of, you can squeeze it a little bit. It's just a little bit more lightweight. I don't have to worry about it breaking. If you travel with this, it would definitely be a little bit lighter, but I really like this, and I usually purchase it at Ulta. All right, next up, this is another item that I am never without. I usually have at least one of them going at all times. This is my Dior Lip Glow that I've mentioned a million times on this channel, but it is a favorite holy grail lip product of mine, and I have already, of course, purchased my backup, which is in my purse. I always make sure I have my backup before I run out, but this one I used up so much that I actually hurt my lip, like cutting it on the plastic casing. I was trying to get every single little bit of this product out. It just, there's nothing else like it to add, you know, hydration, conditioning to your lips, a little bit of color and fullness. I just love that product. Okay, I've got a few little things rolling around down here on the bottom. This is something that you often see in empties of mine as well. This is the Bausch Shalom Opcon A. I use these every single day because of my really bad allergy eyes, and they just really soothe them and take out that redness and itchiness. So I really love those. And then I've got a few eye makeup products here. Let me just get this basket out of the way. So I've got a few mascaras to talk about. The first one is a sample. I often get a lot of samples. I just throw them in a drawer and I pull them out and try them as needed. And so the first one is Clinique High Impact Mascara. This is okay. It's not something I would buy. I used this all up. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't anything special for me. It's just not something that I would purchase if I didn't have the sample of it, but it was fine to use. use. Actually, I think I have 2 of those. Yeah, somehow I ended up with another one. So I used up both of these. And again, it was nice, but nothing special for me. But something that is special is one that I continue to repurchase, and I've got a couple backups. This is Maybelline Full and Soft Waterproof. It does take a little bit more work to remove because it is waterproof, but for my really wimpy lashes, they're becoming a little less so with the Revitalash, but for my wimpy lashes, this is a really great lightweight product. I kind of am excited to try maybe some new things now that my lashes are getting a little hardier, a little longer, a little fuller. I'm kind of thinking of branching out a little bit. Maybe going back to an old love, the It Cosmetics. That one was such a great, I think that's is that the 3-in-1 or the 5-in-1 mascara, but that is a all-time favorite of mine. So I think I might go back and get that and kind of use it in rotation with the Full and Soft, and maybe even some other drugstore options as well, and that I feel like my lashes might be able to handle a little bit heavier of a product. So anyway, and then I've got a couple of eyebrow pencils. So the first one is NYX Micro Magic. This is in taupe. Did I just say NYX Micro Magic? I'm sorry, I still have exfoliating on the brain. This is NYX Micro Brow Pencil, different micro products, but I do really love these, and when Ulta has them on sale, it's a really good time to stock up, and I think that maybe you can find these at CVS as well, although I don't believe I've purchased them from there, but they do carry NYX, but Ulta, definitely someplace you can purchase it. I really like these. I think they're very comparable to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, which is the other one that I finished up. Often lately I am just throwing away the caps on these because it's maddening to constantly pull off the wrong end of the cap, and I never get it right the first time. So I figured as long as I'm retracting the product, it really doesn't matter if it sits here in my drawer without the caps on. So that's the reason it doesn't have any. But this is in the color, oops, well there it went. I think that one is in taupe as well. But anyway, so those are all of my empties this time around. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.